seeking the jobs. 5 months, 3 months, 2 months, even if you're 0 months active, perfectly fine. That means you're not yet born on LinkedIn. Perfectly fine. 1 week, 000, perfectly fine. No profile. Devanshi, that's okay. There has to be a good beginning, some point of time. 1 year, 5 months, perfectly fine. Now, my next question to you is, what for are you on LinkedIn? Primarily, what for are you on LinkedIn? Is it the job search or the personal brand building or networking or content sharing or content consuming? Do write your specific purposes, even if you have 3 or 4 different purposes. Perfectly fine. Half year old, 002 to 1 month, 1 year, perfectly fine. Please let me know your purpose of being on LinkedIn. What is the objective? किस लिए आए हैं आप LinkedIn के ऊपर? And I would also love to know whether you want this session to be completely in English or in Hinglish or in Hindi. I'll be glad. Please let me know. If you want it to be in English, please write E. If you want it in Hindi, please write H. Or if you want it in English, please write HIN. All right. So you have started writing your objective: job, networking, job search, job. Internship, job search, job and networking, job search and networking opportunities. What kind of opportunities, Ankush? Networking, job search, internship, networking. What kind of networking? Let me know. With whom do you want to network? Job search, networking, for networking and job searching, networking. All right. Now let me know, how do you want me to take this session? In English, E, in Hindi, H, or in English, HIN. So I know exactly how do I proceed my session with you. All right. Please suggest me. Yes, English, E. Perfectly fine. So we are going by English. Hindi, okay, all right. Hindi, perfectly fine. English. We have more people, understanding English, and that's perfectly fine with me. Thank you so much. Him. That means a lot of people are also wanting to have in English. That's okay. Let's see. I will add a pinch of English into it. Perfectly fine. English. All right. Let's go ahead. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being so engaging. Now, since you're engaging with me, let me tell you, you have achieved the very first milestone. So LinkedIn is all about engagement. The more you engage on LinkedIn, the more opportunities will come flying to you. Yes, you must be wondering, what are you saying, ma'am? ऐसा नहीं होता है. हम तो बहुत लोगों की पोस्ट को लाइक करते हैं. But let me tell you, LinkedIn is very engaging platform, and engagement is the mantra on LinkedIn. Can you please write in the chat section, engagement is the winning mantra on LinkedIn. Please write in chat section, engagement is the winning mantra on LinkedIn. When you actually type the entire sentence, even on your mobile, you're going to register it in your mind for future as well, that I am going to engage with industry leaders on LinkedIn. Please write, engagement is the winning mantra on LinkedIn. I know it will take time for you to type it. Perfectly fine. Let's proceed ahead. Yeah, anyone wants to talk? Ayush, Yakshraj, or Yatharth? Shall we proceed ahead?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
All right, thank you so much. Now, since you have written engagement is the winning mantra on LinkedIn, perfectly fine, fabulous. You're all so much engaging, and that's the best part about this group. All right, now let me tell you, how do you go on winning with LinkedIn? If you want to get a job, LinkedIn can help you more than your institution can help. If you want to network, LinkedIn can help you more than anyone else on planet Earth can help you. If you are looking for personal branding, that means exclusively creating your own credibility in the marketplace uniquely, then LinkedIn is the right platform. It depends how much time do you invest on LinkedIn. The more time qualitatively you will invest on LinkedIn, the more you will find that this is becoming a gold mine for you like no other social media platform. And that's why more and more people are flocking onto LinkedIn. You know, just in lockdown, LinkedIn has become 720 million. And before lockdown, like the figures used to be more than 600 million. So within lockdown, you can very well imagine how LinkedIn has actually progressed so much. And the kind of content people used to share on LinkedIn, people used to say, I remember last year when I used to take these sessions with industry experts and top industry leaders, they used to say, Divya, once a week, content sharing is too much. It's overexposure on LinkedIn. And now once a day also looks like too little. So you must be wondering, ma'am, we are just students or we are just the faculty members. What kind of content will we share so that we'll get more opportunities? So please go by my words. It's been my personal experience. The more you engage on LinkedIn, the more influence you can create for yourself. All right, let me now start sharing a quick presentation because this will give you a deeper idea into what I'm going to talk about. And you'll have to listen to me very carefully because only then you will be able to exactly know, yes, that's how I'll get my first job through LinkedIn, and that's how I'll get my number of internships through LinkedIn. All right. So can you see my PPT presentation? Is it visible to you?
Not yet.
I had started sharing the screen. How do I go on to share my screen? Present now. All right. Your entire screen. All right. Now is this visible?
Yes, ma'am. It is
All right.
visible.
Thank you. So this is what. Now, why LinkedIn? This might sound a little boring, but if you listen to me very carefully, you'll be able to relate. Immediately, you'll be able to relate. So in order to understand how any social media will benefit you, the first and the foremost important thing is to actually know what is the vision of that social media company and what is the mission of that social media company. So LinkedIn's vision says create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. Now, what does it mean? Create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce, whether you are there or I am there, whether someone from Germany is there or France is there. LinkedIn, irrespective of any caste, creed, age, gender, anything, it's just saying that I am creating economic opportunities. What do economic opportunities means? Opportunity related to job, related to internship, related to project, related to business, related to coaching, related to freelancing. So any activity that involves money or economy is what is being created by LinkedIn. So once you remember that I am no more a student, I am part of global workforce. Who is a global workforce? Anyone who is globally contributing economically, in the formal sector is known to be the global workforce. So now you are very much part of global workforce. People who are unemployed as yet are also part of global workforce. So it's just that you haven't got the employment as yet, but you are ready to be part of this global workforce. That's what LinkedIn is clearly telling you. So the moment you become very clear, all right, LinkedIn is connecting me to opportunity. That means if I am not utilizing that connection to opportunity, I am not using LinkedIn effectively. That's the reason I'm taking so much time on this slide, so that your basics become very, very clear. If you're on LinkedIn, think of economic opportunity as the prime goal of being on LinkedIn. So that economic opportunity can be job, internship, international relations with the people, anything, your business, your freelancing, etc. Now, what is the mission of LinkedIn? So mission is what is the purpose why LinkedIn is existing. Mission of LinkedIn is simple: connect the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. Now, what does it mean? Why should you not just connect with only Indian professionals or Indian business leaders? Why should you connect with someone from Togo, someone from Uganda, someone from Tanzania? Why should you connect with someone from maybe, Canada? Because LinkedIn is saying that I want to connect world's professionals, not India's professionals. So please, whenever you are coming on LinkedIn, deliberately, this is what you got to do. I'm just going to quickly share my screen with you. This is what you got to do. You got to find out people from Uganda, for example, professor. All right. So this is what Uganda professor, right? So this is what Samuel Sejaka professor of Matt Abacus Business School, Uganda. You just connect with him. Now you must be wondering, ma'am, after connecting, how will I get job opportunities? I mean, this is ridiculous. ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है कि किसी से भी मैं कहीं भी कनेक्ट हो जाऊं लिंक्डइन पे और मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिल जाएंगी. सो नाउ लिसन वेरी केयरफुली. व्हाट लिंक्डइन इज सेइंग इज दैट कनेक्ट विद वर्ल्ड्स प्रोफेशनल्स टू बिकम मोर प्रोडक्टिव एंड सक्सेसफुल. नाउ व्हाट यू शुड डू इज एज पार्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट कम्युनिटी you should invite Samuel. I'm just giving you an example. One of you get connected, you start building network with him. This is called networking. This is what I'm going to talk about. That once you have connected to him, you write him a letter. Thank you so much, Samuel. That's a great pleasure connecting with you. And I am a global networker. I would love to invite global professors to my group of students. We are a group of students of 20 students, and we interact with professors across the globe. So they come for 1 hour session online and they mentor us. They share with us what's happening in Uganda, how to actually reach out to Uganda people, how to develop connections with them, and how to take internships in Uganda. What support can we offer to people in Uganda? How can we take the internships from Uganda? And this is what we want to take your advice from. And we have interacted with people from France, we have interacted with people from Japan, from Mauritius, etc. The moment you write something like this, do you think he is going to say yes to your request? Please let me know. Yeah, yes or no? I can't see. One second. My window is gone. One second. Where is this gone? Yes. Yes. So someone, let's say Satyam has said no. And then Abhijit has said no. In all likelihood, no, definitely. But if not Samuel, maybe some other professor from Japan, maybe some other professor from Russia will say yes. That's networking all about. And that's what many students have done after my program. They have reached out to not just one, not 15, 100 people across the world they have reached out to, and they make their own small groups and they tell them, sir, we want to have a quick mentoring session from you after they get connected. They tell them the objective, why do they want to get connected, and then that's how they proceed ahead. Does this make sense? If yes, please write MS. That immediately the very first person from across different origins will not say yes to you. You'll have to see various no-no-nos. After various no-no-nos, after reaching out to 100 people from 100 countries, finally 10 people will agree. Finally 10 people will agree. So it does make sense, right? MS makes sense. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Now I have told you the very first formula of networking. Networking is when you actually reach out to people from different countries deliberately. You start connecting with them and start giving what you have to offer them. So let's say, for example, there is a country called Tongo. And if you invite someone from Tongo who speaks in English, let's say he is a manager with some company, and you say, we would love to interact with you. You invite and he comes and he takes half an hour session, and you praise him and you write on your timeline now. Each of your 20 students, right, today we interacted with Johnson from Tongo, and he shared with us how unemployment in Tongo is actually creating lot of social unrest. All right, you will say, how does it relate to my job opportunities on LinkedIn? So the moment you bring a chain of these kinds of actions, every week you write on your timeline, today we met with this person, today we learned this, today we learned this. When you actually go on to apply for some internship or some job, the recruiter is going to check your timelines. And that's where they see this student is different from others. He or she shares his or her experiences on his timeline, what he has actually learned. So tomorrow when they join or when he joins my organization, he's also going to appreciate my organization. That's when you will be favored than other students. Does this sound insightful? If yes, please write I. If it sounded insightful to you. That once you meet with people, once you learn few things, you're going to write on your timelines that yes, this is what we learned today. It's not for the others to know, it's for yourself to build your own personal brand that you are different from others. You are mentioning each experience of your life. That's called micro blogging on LinkedIn. Just little one paragraph. Who did you meet last week? How did you interact with him or her? What did you learn? Is what will form part of your being a super networker. So please write in chat section, I am a super networker. Please write, I am a super networker. It might sound artificial to you, but the moment you start typing it, at least something from your mind will get activated and you will be ready for networking. I'm a super networker. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Right? So can you just quickly repeat what I have said so far? I've shared with you that yes, that you're going to connect with people, you're going to search people in your search results, different people from different countries. They can be professors, they can be students, they can be managers, they can be leaders, they can be anyone. And then you're going to connect with them. Let's say create a bunch of 20, 40, 50, 100. We have 189 students today here. So even if you keep inviting people from there every week after week, and each one of you actually goes back and writes his or her experiences, imagine the kind of opportunities you're going to attract just by writing. And when you start engaging on each other's timeline, for example, Yatharth today writes that we've had session with Divya and it was a fabulous session. We learned these three top important things. And then Rakesh says, Yatharth, you forgot one more point. This was also covered by Divya. And then Rishabh Gupta says, yeah, that was another point that was covered by Divya. So when you engage with each other, that's when in your network, let's say some people mentioned they have 600 connections. So someone who has 600 connections, out of 600, even if it reaches out to 60 people in your network, that means you are actually entering into each other's network just with the power of content and engagement. Can you please type in chat section, I now realize the power of content and engagement. Please write the complete sentence so that it registers in the back of your mind. I now realize the power of content and engagement. Fabulous. You've been so engaging with me. I'm liking this session. Super fabulous. I now realize the power of content and engagement. I now realize the power of content and engagement. Sandhya, Gitanjali, Upasna, Rishabh, Yakpal, Shruti, Gaurav, Utkarsh, Asa. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Now, I don't know whether you can see my face or not, but I'm shifting, moving a bit. All right. Now, immediately when we look at this, I'm going to share my screen with you. This is what you have to know. Now, what is network? Let's first understand, because this topic is around networking. Your network is called your net worth. Your network today is your net worth. What does it mean? This is a very common sentence. This is not my sentence. I've not given the invention to it. So, for example, this is how you see someone's network. All right. So, Yatharth sometime back shared, or someone else sometime back shared, that I am one of the top 25 people by LinkedIn Lounge to be followed on LinkedIn. So, if you have to see my network, here is what you can do. Go to just someone's profile like this. You'll be able to see their profile. And from the profile, you'll be able to reach at the followers. So who are the followers? Followers are not necessarily only people who follow you. They can be your connections as well. So it's something like LinkedIn is giving you 30,000 connections limit. That means your direct network can be 30,000. However, how did I get 55,000 followers on LinkedIn, which is humongous figure, humongous. So other day I was talking to Ranveer Alabadia, And he said if you have 1,000 followers on LinkedIn and if you have 10,000 followers on Instagram, this equals. So that means you can say that equivalent to 55,000, I have 5,50,000 followers on Instagram. That's the power of LinkedIn followers. I hope I'm making sense to you. All right. So I'm going to unfold top secrets of LinkedIn practically to you so that easily you can start implementing all those things. All right. Now, this is network. What does it mean? Network is a kind of group of people who are in your circle of influence. That means you can impact their emotions, their opinions, and their behaviors. So what is a network? Network is a group of people in your influence. That means you can impact either their emotions or their behaviors or their opinions. So for example, today if I want to reach to Adarsh Gupta, I can always click here and I see he has 187 followers and he is part of my
Excuse me, ma'am.
network. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. If
Yeah.
you're trying to share the screen,
Oh.
it's not visible right now.
Oh, I was trying to share my screen. So you have to keep reminding me, because I stopped sharing screen. I now remember. Extremely sorry.
No
We
problem.
were enjoying the session actually, so we thought.
No. You need to tell me once again. So many windows are open for the time being. I was also working on other project. I'll quickly go back to Google. All right. Just give me a second's time. Meanwhile, can you please write in chat section how are you finding this session? Please write in chat section and then I'll share the screen. Amazing. All right. Thank you. Really helpful. Amazing. All right. Thank you. Do you see my screen now? All right.
Not yet, ma'am.
All right. Now? Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
it's
All right. So this is what I wanted to tell you quickly. So if you have to see someone's network, actually go to their profile, right? When you click their profile, just scroll down. And when you scroll down, you'll see number of followers here, right? So this is like 55,000 followers. Now, this is one way of looking at someone's network. So when you actually see their network, you might not be able to directly see who are following them, but you can see your followers. So initially, let's say when you have 600, 700 followers, what you should do is you just go here into my network. This shows that these are your connections. Though LinkedIn gives me 30,000 connections limit, but I still have 29,620 connections. That means some of them I have removed who were dormant and who were not productive and who I was not adding value to and they were not adding value to me. So I simply removed them. How do you see whether your connections are powerful to you or not? Will they be able to support you or not? For example, this is Dr. Vijay Kumar. He is one of the chief operations officers, right? So I'll check his profile. I'll see, all right, he's from Saudi Arabia, and I'll check his profile. I'll see, all right, he has an active profile. His activity shows that he's been active, right? So he has liked someone's comment, etc. See all activity. I'll go here and I'll check whether this connection is dormant, is inactive, or active. So my active connections are my biggest strength. So I'll see just 3 hours before he has liked someone's this thing or he has shared something. So that means he's pretty active on LinkedIn. He has shared a video here. Then about 17 hours before, he shared another video. Then about 2 days before, he shared another video, and another video. That means he is pretty active. So what is the advantage of active followers or active connections? That means when I write him a message, in all likelihood, he will read my message. Whether respond or not is another thing, but he'll read my message. So the biggest problem students come up with is, or like faculty members come up with is, how do we know whether that person has read our message or not, is active or not? So this is how you actually get to know whether your network is active or not. So you have to go and check who are the people in your network who are active and can be contributive to you. So if your network is active, that's the best thing about you. Right, shall we proceed ahead? Did you find it useful? If yes, please write you. All right, all right. Thank you so much, everyone. So if you have some questions, please write in chat section. I would love to answer your questions. All right, all right, all right. So now let's proceed here. Let's understand who is a network, right? So network is like, let me stop sharing the screen and please remind me next time when I share the screen. So your network is like working in a net. Do you understand? This is net. So you're working together in a net. So for example, if I say Yatharth is part of my network today, that means in all likelihood at one point of time, I might work together with Yatharth. We might work together. In what way we might work together? He is a student, I am a professional. That means we can either exchange some information or we can work on a project or we can appreciate each other. We can communicate. So your network is the group of people with whom you love to communicate. Can you please write? My network is a group of people with whom I would love to communicate. These can be your followers. These can be your connections. So someone has written a message. Ma'am, what was the message? I didn't read. Ma'am, is there any secret behind your style of making us writing I, you as answers? You're flattering me now. All right, Vishnu, thank you so much for a sweet compliment. God bless. All right. So, Kushagra says, my network is a group of people with whom I would love to communicate. Right? One second. All right. Thank you so much. So this is what. Now, who is your target audience? You know that in your network, I've showed you that there will be some people who are your connections. And earlier, you actually fulfilled 30,000 people. Better it is. I'll share a secret with you. Just on 30th June, I had completed my 30,000 connections. Now you see, after 30th June, July, August, September, October, November, within 5 months, I've added 30 plus 25,000 people more. So 5 months, 25,000 more people into my network. That's the power of 30,000 connections. A lot of people say, no, don't run after 30,000 connections. How will you be able to focus on quality connections? My personal thinking is, you actually go ahead and add as many people as you can initially. Later on, you can filter those people who are not adding value to you or you are not able to add value to them. All right. Now, next important thing is, let's learn what is networking. We have understood network is a set of group of people whom I want to communicate. They can be my followers, they can be my connections. Now, what is networking? Networking is working together in that net. So how do you go on to get more opportunities on LinkedIn, more job opportunities or more business opportunities or more internship opportunities? Is simple, very simple. You grow your network bigger and you grow your network better. Please write in chat section, I am going to grow my network bigger and I'm going to grow my network better. Please write in chat section, I'm going to grow my network bigger and I'm going to grow my network better. Yeah, I would love to see who are all writing. The moment you write, it registers into your mind. I'm going to grow my network bigger and I'm going to grow my network better. That's how you attract more opportunities. That's how you attract more opportunities. Now, let me give you some more secrets. But before giving more secrets, let me tell you, why am I giving you all these trainings for free? Why am I not charging you? You know, during the lockdowns, a lot of people approached me and they said, Divya, we are losing jobs. Some of the students approached me. They said, ma'am, our future is gloomy. We don't know. It's bleak. We don't know whether we'll get the jobs or not. We have already taken the loans and we are not sure what will happen to our future. A lot of business owners reached to me, and then I decided, all right, since I have taken huge benefit from LinkedIn, I've got huge business from LinkedIn. I'm a businesswoman. I've got humongous business from LinkedIn. So I decided I'm going to help students, I'm going to help professionals, and I'm going to help business owners to get the right opportunities using LinkedIn the way I have used. So that's the reason I started giving free workshops. Initially, 4 or 5 people used to come, and there was a time when 7,000 people registered for those workshops, free workshops. And then after that, when people started getting benefited from these workshops, they started approaching me. Divya, you have decided you will help 6 million people, but you can't do it alone. Let us help you in your mission. And that's how a lot of people started joining this mission called Leverage LinkedIn. It's a mission now in 30 countries. We have already got people interested into this training, and there are more than 75 volunteers with us who are working with us. So if you want to be part of this mission, if you want to contribute to social cause by becoming a global volunteer, you can anytime reach us out and you can let us know. Our global volunteers get our special training and special support. So that's how we help our global volunteers. We have senior vice president, we have CFOs, we have students, we have managers, we have business owners as part of global volunteers. So I just thought you must be wondering why Divya ma'am is giving us so much of secret for free. Why is she helping us free? Because I'm on a mission to help 6 million people for free, and I'm being joined by hundreds of people in this mission. If you're interested, please write an email on leveragelinkedin@divyashlokam.com. You can write a message on leveragelinkedin@divyashlokam.com. All right, let me proceed ahead and let me tell you some more secrets, right? So this is what we have understood, that so far I need to have about 30,000 connections. It will take time. Let me keep on adding connections from 200 plus territories and countries. LinkedIn is in 200 plus territories and countries. So you need to have those kind of people in your network. The more and bigger the network, the better opportunities will come to you. Now, how do you get, internship opportunities is, let me tell you. You go here. All right. You are not sharing my screen. Wait. I'll share. Now, I'm going to tell you some secrets which no one shares, how to get opportunities like, this thing. One second. Internship opportunities. Then I'll tell you the secrets of getting job opportunities also. So have I started sharing my screen? Please let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. So for example, let's say initially you'll have to connect to a large number of people, right? So then you go and check your connections. You will say, how do I get connected to vice presidents or executive directors on LinkedIn? Because I'm just a student. So you simply write that I am looking forward to building network with global leaders, and I'm connected to some people globally. I would love to get connected to you. I mean, you have to create your own personal note for them and then get connected, right? All right. For example, this is Rajesh Bhatt. He is the founder and CEO of Iron Lady. Iron Lady is a group of women in Bangalore wherein, they give trainings, etc. So, for example, now you are connected to Iron Lady, founder and CEO. Now you want internship from him, remote internship, right? So what you should do is, you should write him a message once connected. Write him a message, hello Rajesh, and then first of all, see what he does. See some of the programs, enroll in some of the free programs, attend, and then write to him, I am a fan of your initiative. Don't bluff around. If you're truly a fan, because I'm a fan of his initiative, being a male, he initiated for the women. So that's what I'm writing. You write in your own language, but appreciate people. That's what I wanted to tell. If I were the student, I would have written this. I am a fan of your initiative. I've gone through some of the trainings, right? And I find I can be of great help to you. I am available as intern, and my expertise or my experience is in media handling and social, and I'm keen for social media. This could be a paid or non-paid internship for 3 hours every day, Monday to Saturday. Right? How does it sound to you? Please let me know. Does it sound that you can also write such messages to people? If yes, please write why. All right, Bhoop Boy has said, why do they connect with us? Because why do you connect with them? You know, even CEOs are getting connected to students because they know the power of students. Students are the most engaging community on LinkedIn. Students can uplift any leader. If they start engaging, their post, the leader's post shoots up. So most of the leaders have actually understood the power of junior employees and students. So take it for granted that if you reach out to 100 CEOs, about 3 or 4 will get connected to you. But please do not have this doubt in your mind that people will not get connected to you. People are actually loving to get connected to students. They know students today are very brilliant. They have their own minds and they are mature. They are more mature than the earlier age students. So they are sensible. Once again, I'm just plugging the charger. So that's the reason you should be reaching out. Imagine now you're not connected to any CEO. But if you reach out to 100 CEOs and 6 accept, what's the harm? Is it not? Yes. So we have understood that this is how you actually reach out. Now you would be asking me, Divya, why should we not get paid for our internship? We are working hard. You got to choose. Sometimes even good organizations don't pay for internships. For me, that's okay as a student. Had I been a student, I know I have years, lying ahead of me. I can earn good amount of money anytime. But for me, experience matters most as of now. For my first job also, I need to have good experience. And that good experience can come through good internship opportunity. Does it make sense? If it yes, please write MS. Please write MS if it makes sense to you that it's important to have good internship experience than a paid internship experience. And a lot of people say that, they have been, taken advantage of. I would rather insist that you work so hard. You work so hard that the same organization gives you the opportunity of work, of employment. So we have our own interns and we have given them the opportunity to work with us after their internship is over and their college is over. They have worked so hard with us that we feel like, wow, they could be the best employees with us. So why should we go elsewhere? Why should not we convert our interns into employees themselves, right? But it does happen and it may not happen. All right. So this is how, when you start actually reaching out to people, start networking with people, you start getting more opportunities. If you send 100 such requests to people, you will get definitely calls from 15, 16 leaders. They will say, all right, let's fix up a Zoom meeting. Let's get to talk what you can contribute to me on my organization. Similarly, let's say I'm sharing the screen. Am I? Yes, I'm sharing the screen. Similarly, let's say I reach out to Vice President Infosys. Let me see. All right. So in my first connections, this is how you see your first connections. You go, you check here people. In the people, you click on connections. Then in the first connection, let me see if I have someone as vice president. Yes. So Atul Sanghal, right? Talent acquisition. For example, I want to work with him. So what I'll do is I'll also go and type a message to him that, hey Atul, I have gone through, I'll first see his activity. I'll first see his activity. Now, watch very carefully. I'm telling you some practical inputs, whether he is active or not, right? So I'll see how, when was he active? And I'll see all his activities. I'll see his interest areas. One day before he liked someone's post, 3 months before he posted. So that means he doesn't post. He doesn't post himself, but one day before he liked, 2 days before, that means he is active. He might be looking at his messages. So I can have two strategies for Atul. I'll go, I'll see whether he resonates with me or not, whether I can be an intern with him or not. I'll see, all right, talent acquisition. Should I be a talent acquisition intern or not? And if yes, then I will write to him that I've gone through your profile and it resonates with me, and I believe I can be a contributor to your profile. For example, if you're mass media students, it's very easy for you to get the internship. If I was a mass media student, if I were to reach Atul, I would tell him, sir, I have gone through several trainings on LinkedIn, on personal branding, etc. And as an intern, if you hire me as an intern for 3 hours every day, I can help you find out some awards. I can help you find out some, publications wherein you can publish your articles. I can do a lot of research work for you, and I can help you with some interesting quotes so that you can start posting on your LinkedIn timeline. So when you start typing these things for people, what you can offer, out of 100, I'm sure 10 will get back to you. They will actually talk to you. Am I making practical sense to you? Because this is the only way you're going to network with people. Does it make sense? Yes, no? Yes, yes. So Naman has asked, what is first, second, and third connection on LinkedIn? Why did you choose first? Very good question, very basic question, but excellent question. It will help others also. So the first questions are people who are my direct connections. So for example, Naman, your first connections, who are your direct connections, and if we are connected, you and me both are connected, Naman and Divya are connected. So that means your first connections are then my second connections. And my first connections are your second connections. And your second connections are my third connections. And my second connections are your third connections. So it used to happen about a decade back. LinkedIn came up with this kind of a thought process that there will be a complete network of lakhs of people with everyone. But nowadays, this is no more that relevant. First connections means direct connections. Second connections means your first connections are my second connections. And your second connections are my third connections. So that's how. That means to the first connections, you can directly interact. You can send messages, right? To second connections, you can write in mails. That's what. All right, let's proceed ahead. So LinkedIn is definitely a lot of hard work for networking. Now, this is just one way. This is reaching out to people. But networking is not always pitching. I have so far told you only how to pitch people for jobs, for opportunities. LinkedIn is networking. Actually, networking is adding value to each other. So today I'm not going to cover LinkedIn profile or LinkedIn content a lot because I'm focusing highly on your network so that you can learn one thing. Every Sunday, that means tomorrow morning also, we have free sessions going on. You can register for those free sessions, and we give a lot of focus on profile makeovers, how to start creating content, etc. All right. So now, what is networking? I was telling you is not actually the pitching. I've so far told you pitching. You are pitching others so that you can start getting opportunities directly. Second way of getting more opportunities on LinkedIn is you actually network. For example, if you're mass media students, what you should be doing for me is, if you actually want to impress me or get more opportunities through me, then what you should be doing is, this is the way foreigners are using this strategy. So I'm telling you a strategy of the Western world. You should be actually going to YouTube, and you should see, is there a YouTube channel of Divya? And for example, Divya Shlokam. All right, let's see. Sorry. Right? Then you see, all right, 1600 videos she has. Then you pick and choose some of the videos, mix and match, and then you send it to me. That this is the work I have done, and I can volunteer for you for 1 hour every day. This is what, because I really like your content, I really like your energy, etc. I'm just telling you how you actually reach out to people to start contributing, to start networking. You give first, and then people will come and they start giving you. Networking is give, take. Networking is give, take. Right? Give, take. All right. Someone is asking, can you please write your email? So this is leverage LinkedIn at divyashlokam.com if you wish to be our global volunteers with the Leverage LinkedIn initiative. All right. So we have trained more than 20,000 people in 30 countries so far. And this is what global volunteers are supporting us with. All right. Forget about that. So give, take. So initially what you got to do is, you have to give them some work so that your worth can be seen by top industry leaders. Either you give them some coverage, or you make a media kit for them. That's from different photographs in Google. I have created a media kit for you. Or you figure out their social media accounts. You can help them with social media accounts, and you can actually volunteer with them. What will be your advantage? For example, I was telling you, this guy Atul. So if you become a volunteer with him, he may not get you the job in Infosys. He may not. Believe you me, he may not, or he may. But what he can do is, he can give you a recommendation on LinkedIn. He can give you a recommendation on LinkedIn. Now listen to me very carefully. When you have actually got a recommendation on LinkedIn from such top industry leaders, that means दूसरी next job तो almost पक्की है. The moment recruiters go to your profile, they are going to check who has recommended you. Based upon their recommendation, they may give you more advantage in interview. This is what recommendation is. 69 people have recommended me, and I have given recommendation to 15 different people. Top industry leaders I have given recommendation to 69. Why am I giving you my example again and again? Because you can replicate those things. So when you volunteer for these top industry leaders, पहले 3 महीने एक के साथ volunteer किया, उसको कहा for 3 months I am going to give you volunteering. You get research work from me, you get media coverage from me, I'll reach out for you, I'll try my level best, whatever I can do. And after 3 months, you go out to another leader, then another leader, then another leader. This way, in 1 year, you will get recommendations from 4 top industry leaders. And that those 4 top industry leaders' recommendation, when you actually go to interviews and you tell them, look, these 4 top industry leaders have recommended me. I have worked with them. That means I am a brilliant candidate for your organization. Bingo! How does that idea sound to you? How does that idea sound to you? If you just volunteer for 3 months, 1 hour every day with 1 leader, that's it. 4 leaders are giving you recommendations and personal letter also, that let's say Kavita or Darpan has been my volunteer and he has contributed to my growth in this way, and you present that 4 letters to the recruiters. How does that sound to you? Please write in chat section, how does this practical idea sound to you? MS, makes sense? Acha, bas itna sa? Is it not brilliant? Good, excellent, great. Now, you must be wondering, exceptionally good, amazing, great, thank you so much. You must be wondering, दिव्या जी क्या ऐसा होता है वाकई में? Bingo, thank you Naman, thank you got me right. All right. So, but then Kushagra says, but can't the leader you go to also think you worked for? Why didn't they take you if you are so good? Your question is not that clear. If you can come on the audio, that will be great. You can ask me the question
Yes, ma'am.
straightforward. Yeah, Kushagra. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was asking, you work for four people, okay, and they gave you recommendations. Now you go to the fifth person, you say, okay, these are the recommendations I have, and I've worked for these people. And can't that leader you go to tell you that you've worked for four people, but they didn't take you? So I'm not trying to be pessimistic here, but I'm just like, yeah. So he can also ask you, right, that
Yeah.
you work for four, but didn't get it. So then, how do you
Yeah.
answer that?
Yeah. So in that, I didn't tell you that you actually reach out to these same four guys and tell them, sir, can you hire me? So if you're good enough and if they have openings, you can always just slightly tell them. That's the power of networking. You just slightly leave a message that, sir, I'm also looking forward to some opportunities in the corporate sector. So if you know of some friends or some professionals in your circle whom you think will have openings for people like me for in this domain, I'll be glad to go to those people for the interview or talk to them. So rather than telling directly, Gary Vee is known to be the father of modern day social media. So he says, never publicize yourself directly. So will you hire me? Never do that. Rather than this, just tell them I'm looking for opportunities. If you have some people in your connection whom you think will hugely benefit the way you have benefited, I'll be glad to work with them or to get the job opportunities with them. Message conveyed, simple. So if they will have opportunities, for example, hypothetically, Atul will have opportunity. They say, hey, why are you searching elsewhere? I'll give you the opportunity. Let me talk to my CEO, whether we can fit in you here or not. So even if you have worked with four people, you haven't worked with the intention that these four people will give you the job. You worked with the intention of getting experience. You worked with the intention of getting corporate experience rather than getting the job. That's the reason I never told you to actually approach these people only for the job. Never do that. Just take experience. Let them know that you're looking for, in any case, they'll get to know that you're looking for opportunities during the process of work. And that's how. So we have so many volunteers. We call them corporate volunteers. They come, they work with us 1 hour every day. They contribute. And then they go to another organization and then another organization. And within 9 months, we get to know they've got the opportunity that they were looking forward to. It doesn't happen with everyone. I'm not showing you the false promises. But it boosts your chances of getting that right opportunity. Does it make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. So, what do we have to do to get that recommendation? Vaibhav is asking. Interesting. The conversations are getting very, very interesting. So, LinkedIn works on 4 pillars. One is the profile. Your profile has to be absolutely astounding. It has to be catchy. It has to be attention grabbing. Only then people will come to see your profile. Let me quickly share with you how does it happen. How does the science work of LinkedIn? Present now, your entire screen. All right, share. All right. So this is what. So the moment your profile is very good and you're giving a exceptionally good content, what will happen is this magic will happen. So in your dashboard, it will start reflecting. For example, in last 3 months, 25,000 people have visited my profile. This is what data says. In last few couple of weeks, I have reduced my content, so less number of people have visited my profile. So it is a combination of great profile and great content that you keep offering, but you can actually get to know who are all these people who are visiting your profile. Are they your target audience? Are they senior management people? Are they students? Who are all these people who are visiting your profile, right? So this is the power of this. Now, second thing, let me get back and let you know is through your dashboard, you'll also start, when you have great profile, you'll start appearing free of cost in some search engine. LinkedIn has got its own search engine optimization, so it works on keywords. So that means from here you can actually get to know that these were the companies who found me through search. So for example, if I'm looking for a job, all right, Bajaj Alliance has seen me, seen my profile, all right. Then these are founders, salesperson, business strategists, executive directors, marketing specialists. These were the people who actually saw my profile through search. That's good. And these were the keywords. So your profile has to have some good keywords that you want to get opportunities for. For example, if you want to get opportunities as mass media executive, then your profile should have. Even if you write in your profile, this is how smartly you write your profile. Like here, you can write ready to be mass media executive now. So LinkedIn will not say ready, it will just capture mass media executive. I'm just giving you an example. So you should be able to smartly craft your profile in such a way. You can always see my profile in detail, benchmark from it, learn from it, and you can create your own. Now, profile is number one. Number two pillar is content. If you're engaging on other people's posts, you will come into the limelight. If you're consistently engaging on other people's posts, for example, a lot of students engage on my post consistently for several months. And somewhere they get benefit of networking because a lot of top industry leaders are visiting my profile and my content. So they see, all right, this is the person who's engaging on Divya's post. So then they chat with each other, they interact with each other, right? Third pillar is the networking, which we are covering today. And fourth pillar is value addition. So this is what you got to be careful. If your profile is very good, it will start reflecting in your dashboard. If your content is very good, it will start reflecting in your dashboard. Dashboard is very, very important for you. Are you getting me? Does it make sense? Stop sharing. Let me go back. All right. Thank you so much. Now, before we proceed ahead, I would love to take some of your questions. I will tell you the formula of getting jobs also with the power of LinkedIn. But, I would love to take your question. So, Book Boy Gaming says, why these days most people criticize jobs? Oh, no idea. This question is not relevant to me or not clear to me. Please let me know through audio what exactly do you want to convey to me or would like to ask me.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Book. Yeah.
मैम कैन आई स्पीक इन हिंदी?
yeah, बिंदास.
मैम जैसे मैंने सुना आज के दिनों में लोग कहते हैं कि 9 to 6 जॉब्स में कुछ ही नहीं रखा है, क्या करोगे, जिंदगी बर्बाद हो जाएगी, बोरिंग हो जाएगी लाइफ. तो ऐसा क्यों कहते हैं एक्चुअली लोग?
आप बताओ ऐसा क्यों कहते हैं?
मैम वो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एक वो बना दिया, फ्रीलांसिंग का हाइक बना दिया सब में कि खुद के वर्क टर्म्स पे करो, पर वो एक्चुअली सब दोनों सेम ही है.
और पता है फ्रीलांसिंग में आजकल क्या हो रहा है? 4 दिन की चांदनी और फिर 16 दिन अंधेरी रात. तो मेरे पास बहुत सारे फ्रीलांसर्स आते हैं, कहते हैं मैम हम एक दिन में 20,000 कमा लेते हैं. फिर मैं उनसे पूछती हूँ अगले 4 महीने, फिर वो चुप हो जाते हैं. तो ऐसा किसी की बातों में मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं आना चाहिए. स्टूडेंट्स तो आजकल बहुत समझदार हो गए. पहले उसका टेस्ट करके देख लो 9 to 6 जॉब में होता क्या है, लोग इतना ग्रो कैसे करते हैं. फिर फ्रीलांसिंग का टेस्ट तो आपको कभी भी मिल सकता है ना. इज इट?
यस मैम.
मुझे ये मेरी पर्सनल अंडरस्टैंडिंग है कि आपको इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ योर करियर, स्पेशली अगर आपने लोन लिया हुआ है, लोन लेके आप अपनी स्टडीज कर रहे हैं, तो फ्रीलांसिंग में ये मेरी समझदारी कहती है एंटर नहीं होना चाहिए. क्योंकि इसमें होता ऐसा ही है, पहले दिन से आपको काम नहीं मिलेगा फ्रीलांसिंग में. फ्रीलांसिंग इज अ हार्ड कोर बिजनेस. आप फाइवर में चले जाइए, बहुत कम इंडियंस फाइवर में हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि फॉरेनर्स ने इतना कंपटीशन, इतना हाई क्वालिटी का काम दे दे के कंपटीशन क्रिएट किया हुआ है कि इंडियंस बेचारे कहीं स्टैंड कर नहीं पाते हैं. और हम लोगों की कुछ हैबिट्स ऐसी हैं, उन लोगों की हैबिट्स बिल्कुल डिफरेंट है. उनको बचपन से डिसिप्लिन सिखाया जाता है, हमारी टाइमलाइंस मिस आउट हो जाती हैं. तो मुझे ये लगता है कि स्टूडेंट्स को अगर इनिशियल बिगिनिंग में एक कॉर्पोरेट का एक्सपोजर मिल जाए, लेट्स से 1-1.5-2 साल भी, और फिर वो फ्रीलांसिंग में आ जाए, तो ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा, सेफर रहेगा. और बाकी आप खुद बेहतर समझदार हैं. भूफ.
यस मैम. मैम मैंने ये देखा है कि फ्रॉड्स भी होते हैं बहुत ज्यादा फ्रीलांसिंग में.
वो तो जॉब में भी होते हैं. आपको बोल दिया जाएगा 30,000 की सैलरी दी जाती है और 3,000 भी नहीं मिलेंगे बाद में. So you have to be watchful and careful of.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. Any other question? Thank you so much, Boo. Entrepreneurs का भूत है लोगों पर. All right, Naman. Trivedi is, if you love what you do, you never work for even a day. All right. लेकिन फिर भी काम तो करना ही पड़ता है. Archit says, ma'am, what do you think is the basic difference between platforms like LinkedIn and platforms like Insta and Facebook? Definitely, if you look at Archit, your own objective, why have you come on LinkedIn? You have come on LinkedIn for professional purpose. Why do you go on Insta? Just to see, what others are doing and to follow others or watch their stories. Facebook is like not any more popular with the youngsters, right? So Facebook was primarily meant for personal purposes. So LinkedIn definitely is the basic difference is LinkedIn is more of a professional social media platform. Here, what you're not aware is people who are trying to treat LinkedIn like Insta or LinkedIn like Facebook are not very much appreciated. And here on LinkedIn, if 5 people report about you, for example, hypothetically, let's say Yuvraj, hypothetically, right? So someone reports that Yuvraj is spamming on LinkedIn or his content is not good or I think he's a fraud or whatever, then LinkedIn can even block Yuvraj forever. So that's what. And I just wanted to take an example. I'm not hurting any Yuvraj here. All right. So Sandhya says, so ma'am, is LinkedIn better than Fiverr even for freelance job hunts? On LinkedIn, if you want to get freelance work, then you got to use the power of LinkedIn. The networking. नेटवर्किंग से आपको लिंक्डइन सब कुछ देगा, दुनिया का सब कुछ देगा. लिंक्डइन को बहुत सारे लोग टिंडर की तरह भी यूज करने लगे हैं, डेटिंग साइट्स की तरह यूज करने लगे हैं, विच इज नॉट अप्रिशिएटेड. लेकिन लिंक्डइन से बहुत सारे लोग जो है फ्रीलांसिंग का काम भी ले रहे हैं और फाइवर से कहीं ज्यादा ले रहे हैं. So, all right, then Trivedi says how to make our profile catchy to the eye. So for that, Trivedi, what I propose is you attend Sunday's workshop, because in this workshop, it's already 6 o'clock and I might not be able to cover that because I want to give you huge, humongous insights into practically how do you land your jobs or how do you land your internships. All right. So Ayush Chan says LinkedIn professional ka Facebook. Absolutely, professionals ka Facebook. Anvesha Singh says, can you just give a short overview about what kind of content to upload on profile? Anvesha, what I propose is Sunday का workshops में आ जाओ, क्योंकि ना ये वाला मेरा कंटेंट को फोकस नहीं है. मैं क्विकली वैसे बता दूंगी, बट जैसे मैंने आपको इतना डिटेल जॉब्स का और अपॉर्चुनिटीज का बताया ना, वैसे डिटेल में आपको मैं नहीं बता पाऊंगी. तो मैं आपको कुछ एक सैंपल्स दे दूंगी, कुछ एक केस स्टडीज अभी क्विकली बताने की कोशिश करती हूँ, इफ आई कैन कवर. Sarthak says, I've joined LinkedIn recently. I see a lot of people interacting regularly and I wish to do that too. How do I start? So it's as simple as that. Just go here on your timeline. Whatever you see, others' content would be appearing. Just start engaging. Just start liking and express your own opinion. There was a girl about 6 months back. I saw Asmita Rani. So she got 300 likes on one of her comments. उसने क्या किया, किसी लीडर की पोस्ट पे गई और उस पे अपना एक 1 पैराग्राफ उन्होंने जो है अपना व्यू पॉइंट छोड़ा. इंटरेस्टिंग व्यू पॉइंट, वेरी वैलिड व्यू पॉइंट, एंड शी गॉट 300 likes on LinkedIn just on her comment. मैं ये भी नहीं कह रही हूँ कि पोस्ट डाला उन्होंने. That's the power of LinkedIn. And you'll be amazed to see, आप 6 महीने आप बात बोलेंगे, मैम आप बिल्कुल सही कहते थे कि यहाँ पे CEO और स्टूडेंट में ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है. If you have that powerful communication, if you have good content to share, people will start following you. Even many CEOs, vice presidents, general managers will also love to follow you. People are hungry for good content on LinkedIn. Good content बोले तो professional content, inspiring content, entertaining but inspiring content, right? Vipul says Insta can be turned into a second source of income if you have enough followers and engagement. Is it possible to turn LinkedIn as that kind of source with relevant content? Of course. Let me tell you, Vipul, LinkedIn मैंने ये देखा है सच सोशल मीडिया का बाप है। कैसे है, मैंने खुद से देखा है, there are people who have got 8 lakh 9 lakh people following them, and he is a person who shares tech videos on LinkedIn. उनका रोज का यही काम है, रोज का एक वीडियो डालते हैं, and he charges $1,000 for that videos to be shared on LinkedIn. Every third person on LinkedIn is actually earning 50 lakh rupees per annum. तो अगर इतना बड़ा क्लास बैठी है लिंक्डइन के ऊपर जिसकी पॉकेट में पैसे हैं, तो आज आप जरा सा फ्रीलांसिंग शुरू कर दीजिए, आपका काम पसंद आना चाहिए, यू विल बी फ्लडेड विद मनी, यू विल बी फ्लडेड विद मनी. आई हैव अर्नड मोस्ट ऑफ माय मनी यूजिंग द पावर ऑफ लिंक्डइन ओनली. मैंने 6 महीने यूट्यूब पे बर्बाद किए अपने, लगी रही, कोई रिजल्ट नहीं आया. वही 6 महीने में लिंक्डइन के ऊपर धमाल हो गया. That's what my practical experience is. All right. So Saurabh says, ma'am, how can we enroll on your Sunday's workshop? Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Saurabh. So what I propose is write us a quick mail. बस इतना सा लिख दीजिए, Sunday workshop, ऐसा लिख दीजिए, heading डाल दीजिए और नीचे कुछ नहीं लिखिए. अपनी email से अभी के अभी leverage.linkedin@divyashlokam.com पे भेज दीजिए. We'll send you the link. Leverage LinkedIn at divyashlokam.com. And if you want to be the global volunteer with our community, you just write global volunteer, just write your phone number and send us a mail. That's it. The volunteering community will take over. They will get back to you, right? All right. So then Mayank says, which is the best cold emailing on LinkedIn? DM for freelance job. Well, let me tell you, Mayank, this is not cold emailing. This is called spamming on LinkedIn. So if you are directly messaging people on LinkedIn, people are very, 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 very aggressive these days. They can even report you. I have also committed these kinds of mistakes earlier. Last year तक चलता था. अभी लोग इतने aware हो गए हैं कि they can directly report to you on LinkedIn. And 5 people reporting about you that he or she is spamming, that means your account can be blocked. Straightforward. LinkedIn is very straightforward. I mean, LinkedIn has got human intervention. यहाँ पे humans बैठते हैं, उनके employees बैठते हैं, वो देखते हैं कौन क्या गड़बड़ कर रहा है LinkedIn के ऊपर. So आपको continuously monitor किया जा सकता है. All right. So then Trivedi says, as engineers, how will LinkedIn be helpful for us for research and other purposes? Interesting. Now let's get back to the work. And let's get to know how LinkedIn can be effective for you for research work. So for example, if you want to do a research, let's say, आप थोड़ा सा और लिखो Devanshi, like in what area would you like to do the research, whether you're a student or a teacher, then accordingly I'll tell you. All right, any more questions do you have, or otherwise then I'll skip to the job part. Ma'am, should we connect with those people who regularly post job offers from any XYZ company? You see, you can get connected. There are cons on LinkedIn. कुछ लोग हैं जो खराब भी हैं LinkedIn के ऊपर और कुछ लोग हैं जो बहुत अच्छे हैं. So you'll have to take these little risks and assess for yourself. अब मैं ऐसे देख के तो नहीं बता सकती कि किससे कनेक्ट होना है किससे नहीं. Have your power of judgment and discretion. So Naman is YouTube पर आता है, among 2% who is reading the comment, may your parents live longer and got likes. All right. So you were, how to get research internships out of India? Yaksh Raj has asked. Definitely. So for that, you'll have to get connected to some students outside the India and some teachers outside the India. And you can also get connected to some organizations outside the India, some people outside the India, and you will have to reach out to them. LinkedIn can just provide you the connections. Rest of the work will have to be done by you. एंड बिंदास होके कीजिए उसको. 100 लोगों तक, 200 लोगों तक, 300 लोगों तक पहुंचिए. नौबत ही नहीं आएगी 100 लोगों तक पहुंचने के. आप 15 को लिखेंगे, एक वैसे ही एक्सेप्ट कर लेंगे कि आइए फोन पे बात करते हैं या जूम पे बात करते हैं. एंड LinkedIn is very, very responsive. People are very responsive. Who are active, they will in all likelihood respond. But do not pitch people. जिसे कहते हैं ना कि सेल्सी नहीं होइए. सेल्स नहीं कीजिए, डायरेक्टली जॉब ऑफर्स नहीं मांगिए. कोई नहीं देगा आपको डायरेक्टली जॉब्स जब तक आप अपना कुछ उनको स्पेशल गिफ्ट्स नहीं देते हैं, या अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं देते हैं. एंड यू शुड स्टार्ट यूजिंग द पावर ऑफ कंटेंट बहुत सारा शेयर कीजिए LinkedIn के ऊपर. आई एम अ स्टूडेंट, आई विश टू नो द genre ऑफ वर्क एज अ volunteer. Reply to the asked question. Devanshi, if you can come on audio, I would love to.
Hello,
Yeah, hi,
ma'am.
Devanshi. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I asked about what kind of work will a volunteer do, as you mentioned earlier, as a global volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
If you
All
can throw
right.
some light on that.
Yeah, sure. So global volunteers with us are actually spreading this awareness about how to effectively use LinkedIn. So we have predefined content and we are also creating new infographics. So they share a lot of content on their timelines. This way they get a lot of credibility and visibility through our content. And the Leverage LinkedIn movement is also getting a lot of mileage through the use of the global volunteers. So it's a win-win situation. Global volunteers get a lot of exposure, and we also keep featuring them in our magazines. We keep featuring them in our shows. Just today we had done a live show today, which was being watched by over 1,000 people, and we featured our 5 global volunteers in that. So as I told you, we have CEOs, CFOs, vice presidents, we have students, we have managers as part of our global volunteering community. So we had featured 5 of them. And then we have also been featuring regularly our most contributive volunteers in global magazine like Lead, Live, Laugh. So they get a lot of exposure, and as a contributor, they share the awareness. They also connect us to various institutions wherein we can give free trainings. So if you have a bunch of friends who are into the other institutions and they want to get the trainings done in their institutions, they reach out to us that, ma'am, this institution is looking forward to 300 students training in that, and then that's how we go and deliver the trainings to them, so that each 6 million people actually get trained rightly to use the LinkedIn before LinkedIn becomes inorganic platform. So LinkedIn is still organic. That means whatever you try on LinkedIn will work. Inorganic is like YouTube has become inorganic. It is asking for money for everything. You want to have more views, you shell out money and you get more views. So LinkedIn is still that organic. So we want to give this benefit to 6 million people by training them effectively to use LinkedIn to get more growth opportunities for themselves during the pandemics especially. All right. So
Thank you.
thank you, Devanshi. So Regal says, I'm first year MTech student in renewable energy. I have 2 years of time to work in the field. So for this 2 years while studying, what should I do on LinkedIn for better profile and get job? Interesting. So thank you so much, Regal. I think 2 years is a huge, humongous time for me. You can build your personal brand using the power of LinkedIn. What would you do is like you can start posting interesting content on LinkedIn. You can network with a large number of people. Within 2 years, you should be able to meet mark of 30,000 connections, and then you should be able to reach out to several professors of different professional universities across globe. LinkedIn is present in more than 200 territories and countries, so that means a lot of interaction with 200 plus kinds of different world people. No, so I mean, a lot of stuff you can do, lot of stuff. I am interacting with the 2 industry leaders across the world every day. So 700 global leaders I am interacting every single year using the power of LinkedIn. So you can very well imagine 700 global leaders I'm in touch every single year, right? And many of them appear on my shows. All right, thank you. How to get recommendation on LinkedIn? Sagar is asking. Yeah, Sagar, this itself is half an hour discussion, how to get recommendation, but quickly to tell you, wherever you think you have added value to, right? So reach out to those people and tell them, can you please recommend me for who am I? What qualities have you seen? Where do you think I have added value to? And why would you recommend me to others? 3 basic questions. For example, today, if I want to ask, let's say, Saurabh, right? Saurabh Khandelwal. So hypothetically, Saurabh Khandelwal reaches out to me, and he's been a intern with me, for example, for 3 months, and he reaches out to me and he says, Divya, can you please provide me the recommendation? So he'll say, I'll ask him what for. What should I write in your recommendation? So he'll say, just write 3 things. One is, how did you find me as a professional? What were the qualities you noticed in me, right? Second is, where did I exactly add value to your team, your organization, or you, right? And then the last is, why would you recommend me for that particular domain where I've worked with you? So hypothetically, Saurabh, are you there? Can you talk to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Saurabh. So which field are you from?
Ma'am, electrical engineering, second year.
All right. So let's consider Saurabh is from electrical engineering, and we have a client with electrical engineering company. So Saurabh worked for him through us on his social media account, right? So then Saurabh will reach out to me. So I'll write that Saurabh helped our client, this let's say ST Telecom's vice president, right? So he reached out to us as intern, and he worked with the vice president of ST Telecom, and he contributed to his social media's growth. He also helped this vice president feature in the media magazines, etc., using the power of electrical engineering, thought leadership, blah, blah, blah. And this is where Saurabh contributed. That's the power of recommendation. So whenever you have supported someone, you have added value, reach out to them and tell them these 3 questions. I just want my recommendation in these 3 questions. So when you go back and check my recommendations, you'll be able to relate to those 3 questions. That's how I ask my clients, or I ask people to give me the recommendations. I clearly give them the instructions that these are the 3 things I'm looking forward to. What good did they find in me? Where did I add value to them? And why would they recommend me? 3 simple things. And you should also be giving recommendation. For example, hypothetically, if Saurabh is today a student, right? After 15 years, he becomes the CEO of ST Telecom. So if Saurabh has given recommendation to Kushagra today or to Kavita today, so after 15 years in Kavita's profile or in Kushagra's profile, Saurabh will be appearing as, one of the multinational companies CEO's recommendation to Kavita and Kushagra. Isn't it fabulous? So you should be looking forward to recommendations from your classmates, from your teachers also. If you have contributed to them, if you have added value. Unnecessary नहीं, चल यार आज तुम मुझे recommendation दे दे, मैं दे दूं, कल को पता नहीं कौन CEO बन जाए. ऐसे नहीं करना है. In true sense, whoever has contributed to you, you should be giving the a recommendation, and you should seek the recommendation. But LinkedIn doesn't prefer you scratch my back, I scratch your back. तुम मुझे recommendation दो, मैं तुम्हें दूं. ऐसा LinkedIn बिल्कुल prefer नहीं करता है. तो ऐसी mistake नहीं करना, because LinkedIn is a human intervention. YouTube पे सब कुछ वैसा driven है, artificial intelligence. But LinkedIn is still a human intervention as well. All right. Any more questions, or shall we proceed ahead? How to get jobs using the power of LinkedIn?
Ma'am, I suggest we move on. We'll have the questions at the end.
अरे अभी भी एंड में भी क्वेश्चन पूछोगे मुझसे? All right. Let's proceed ahead and let's get to understand. So one of the ways of getting jobs is like, अच्छा ठीक है, पहले तो मैं आप लोगों को तब बताऊंगी जब आप लोग अपनी अपनी टाइमलाइन पे जाके ये जरूर लिखोगे, हाउ डिड यू फाइंड द ट्रेनिंग, बिकॉज द मोमेंट यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग इट एंड यू टैग मी, योर कनेक्शंस विल आल्सो बेनिफिट फ्रॉम इट. You never know, out of 123 students now, even if 100 students post on their timelines, और उसमें से 10 लोग कहीं और से references आ जाएं, and they say that we also want our institutions to be trained, so please help us out. So we truly want to help 6 million people for free. So इस chain में you need to contribute, you need to help me with this, and that's what I want from you. तो क्या आप सब लोग अपने अपनी टाइमलाइन पे लिखने वाले हो आज जाके that this is the training you attended and this is how you benefited? Yes. Why? Sure, ma'am. Why? I will, ma'am. Thank you. Yes. Sure. Right? So people happily pay to LinkedIn because they get hugely benefited. So one of the ways is 10,000 के आसपास उसका सर्विस का पैकेज आता है, that you can take that service and LinkedIn will keep sending you the pop-ups that these are the jobs you can apply. Second way is to get a direct job is actually start showcasing your work on your timeline. For example, this is what I'm trying to share with you. One second. So for example, when you actually go and check my posts, many of my posts are related to personal branding. So that means people get to know that Divya talks about personal branding. She talks about content marketing.
Ma'am, can you please share your screen? Sorry to
Yes,
interrupt.
thank you. Yeah, perfectly fine. Thank you. All right. Present now your entire screen. Aren't you feeling tired? We've been sitting since 1.5 hours. My God.
No, ma'am. It's been wonderful.
Thank you so much, Yakshraj. Thank you so much. Sweet name, Yakshraj. आजकल बड़ा यूनिक सा नेम है, ये बहुत कम सुनने को मिलता है. That's interesting.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless. All right, let's proceed ahead. So this is what, right? So this is where you start showcasing your work. For example, this is what I was talking. These are all global volunteers with us. He's one of the senior vice presidents. He's working with a bank. He's working with a TCS as the production in charge. He's working with Sapient as the senior manager IT. So these are all like, she's a student with us. She's recently got a job. So this is what we are doing. But anyways, I don't want to show you. What I want to tell you is, when you keep showing, like, for example, this, right? So let's say you're talking about personal branding. My forte is personal branding. I'm talking about personal branding. When people start, 7,800 people start noticing that, all right, Divya talks a lot about personal branding. She showcases a lot. Then you start talking about your domain. For example, someone is from electrical engineering, right? So he now showcases this electrical engineering researches on his timeline. He says that, latest researches in the electrical engineering domain was this. So then recruiters will actually start noticing that you are a potential candidate who is a thought leader. He expresses his thoughts. Similarly, when you actually go and search in the search bar, for example, senior vice president electrical, a senior vice president engineering, for example, senior vice president plant. Then you search these people. Let's say you searched 50 people. Out of those 50 people, you found 10 are active who are posting on their timeline. बस आपने और कुछ नहीं करना है. अगले 1-1.5 महीने तक वो जो पोस्ट कर रहे हैं उनके ऊपर आपको अपने अच्छे कमेंट्स देने हैं, अपने व्यूज एक्सप्रेस करने हैं. बट यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल. Once you express a negative view, then people will start judging you, right? So express positive views, share your thought process, share online कि मैंने तो इंटरनेट पे ये पढ़ा, ये रिसर्चेस हुई हैं and all that, and start showcasing it on your timeline also. This is one of the direct ways wherein you will start noticing difference. Within 2 to 3 months, people will start approaching you either for some internship opportunities or they may send you some more interview opportunities, right? This is one. Second is, now listen very carefully. I give my top secrets only in the last. मैं सिर्फ उन्हीं को टॉप सीक्रेट्स देती हूँ जो लगता है कि पेशेंटली सुना, जिन्होंने अटेंड किया, उन्हीं के लिए टॉप सीक्रेट्स होने चाहिए. Now I'm telling you the power of, I'm not sharing the screen. Present now. Your entire screen. This formula, no one is going to tell you to get better jobs, but I'm going to show you a case study. How this person has used. He is also a student, right? So this is a final year student. Now his final year is over. One of the engineering students. So what he has done is he has completely removed the sentence student from his profile. Speaker, TEDx, content specialist, and his passion is into the brand. So he talks about brands. He's got 394. Do you see? When I talk, I make sense. He's already got more than 30,000 followers. That means उसके पूरे connections पूरे हुए कि नहीं, but he became active only during lockdowns. Right, so during lockdowns, within 5 months, he has got over 50,000, over 30,000 people following him. So he keeps on writing every single day, and other students are following him like mads. So this is what, right? So do you see 277 likes, 152 likes? Every single day he's writing something or other. He's coming online every single day. He's expressing something or others. You see this? So whatever your passion may be, you just start writing that. You just start writing that. And people will start noticing you. Today, people follow, like very senior people also follow Rishabh. Now, what was his strategy? And I truly appreciate that. What he did was he started reaching out to top industry leaders. And he said, sir, आप मेरे साथ Instagram पे आएंगे live, तो मेरे पास 25, 30, 50 स्टूडेंट्स होंगे, 100 के करीब होंगे, बट आपके एक बारी कुछ इनपुट्स दे देने से अगर किसी स्टूडेंट का भला होता है तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. आई मीन एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स उसने मुझे नहीं बताए, बट दिस इज व्हाट ही शेयर्ड विद मी कि मैम मैं ऐसे इंडस्ट्री लीडर्स को बुलाता हूँ कि अच्छा हो जाएगा अगर आप आएंगे तो सब स्टूडेंट्स का बेनिफिट होगा. एंड दिस इज हाउ ही हैज स्टार्टेड गेटिंग ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज today. This is what I call, co-creation of content. Co-create content with industry leaders. अगर मतलब लोगों को बिलीव नहीं होता, स्टूडेंट्स को बिलीव नहीं होता है जब मैं उन्हें स्ट्रैटेजीज बताती हूँ, नहीं मैम कहाँ काम करेंगी, कौन हमें पहचानेगा. सी देयर आर टन्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. अनदर एग्जांपल इज श्रेया पत्तर, right? So she is from Ireland. So she's also a student, and she's making good amount of money through her freelancing. 79,000 followers. मुझसे भी कहीं ज्यादा followers हैं और student हैं. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm telling you, student की power को ना पूरी industry LinkedIn के ऊपर recognize कर रही है. How do I tell you in more details? I mean, it's amazing work being done by students. And out of 122 students here, now I want to tell you कि आप करके तो देखो. This will amaze you. This is a super powerful network. LinkedIn is no less than a gold mine. आप बहुत कुछ मिस कर रहे हो अगर आप LinkedIn की पावर को यूज नहीं कर रहे हो. Yeah, so now I would love to learn from you all. Please, one by one, quickly share with me what's been your experience, what's your question, what did you learn. एक दो learnings जरूर मेरे साथ quickly share करो. Please let me know. And I hope this is getting recorded, and I would love to have the recording of it. Yeah. Yakshaj, let's start with you. This is what I can.
Ma'am, it was a wonderful, like I'm speechless right now. The words won't suffice how wonderful it was. I mean, we learned a lot of things. We never imagined that we could proceed in such manner. I thought LinkedIn is just another website. So thank you, ma'am. It was a great journey. And we will also be sharing some feedback forms so you all can fill. This will help us a lot.
Thank you, Yakshaj. Yeah, Devanshi?
Ma'am, your enthusiasm has led us till here, I would say. And we wish to reflect the same and utilize the time you spent on us to the best.
Thank you. Yeah, Yatharth? Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I just typed something in the chat box.
Talking about case studies, my dad himself got his first offshore assignment back in 2010 via LinkedIn. Absolutely, I strongly agree with you. Yes, Saurabh, what do you have to say?
मैम काफी अच्छा सीखने को मिला. मैंने मतलब माइक्रो ब्लॉगिंग वगैरह मतलब क्या होता है, मैंने लिंक्डइन अभी तक यूज नहीं किया था. मैंने
nice.
सीखा और ये भी सीखा कि रिकमेंडेशंस कैसे ले सकते हैं हम टॉप लीडर से.
क्या बात है.
काफी अच्छा रहा.
Thank you so much for being honest. Thank you so much, Saurabh. आपने admit किया कि अभी तक LinkedIn use नहीं किया था ज्यादा. That's great, fabulous. Yeah, Kushagra?
Ma'am, I liked the session firstly because it was very interactive. काफी सारे boring हो जाते हैं, लेकिन because and you also kept it very funny and like nice. And the second thing was the tips you have shared are very practical, like tangible. We can actually do them.
Yeah.
It's not very intangible stuff. Yeah, we can just go, we can follow someone, we can comment, we can like, we can actually share content. So that was good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Kavita. Yeah, Kushal, thank Kavita, on to you. Yeah.
It was very helpful for me, ma'am. I learned a lot from this. Thank you so much, ma'am.
बस इतनी सी तारीफ यार, मैं किस लिए बैठी हूँ, देखो फटाफट से दूसरे स्टूडेंट भी छोड़ रहे हैं.
अभी तक मैंने लिंक्डइन यूज नहीं किया था और मुझे बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला.
Wow, very nice. Thank you so much, Kavita. Thank you so much. Yeah, Zenat. All right. I think there is someone else. I can't scroll down. हाँ जी, सब लोग बता दीजिए, थोड़ा सा मेरे को नीचे नहीं दिखा पा रही हूँ. Yeah.
हेलो, गुड इवनिंग मैम.
Yeah, good evening.
थैंक यू मैम इतने वंडरफुल सेशन के लिए. मेरे को पता नहीं था, मैं पहले ये मीटिंग मिस करने वाला था, लेकिन फिर मैसेज पॉपअप आया मैवरिक का. फिर मैंने देखा कि मैं जाके देखते हैं लिंक्डइन का भी. ये लिंक्डइन मैंने भी थोड़े दिन पहले स्टार्ट किया था, तो मेरे को इतना आइडिया नहीं था. मेरे को फेसबुक जैसा लगता था कि बिल्कुल फेसबुक ही अपन क्यों लिंक्डइन चलाएंगे. आज जाके पता चला लिंक्डइन के इतने ज्यादा फायदे हैं.
थैंक यू सो मच. गॉड ब्लेस नमन, गॉड ब्लेस. हाँ जी, अभय और भी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं. मैं नीचे स्क्रॉल डाउन नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. प्लीज शेयर वन बाय वन योर एक्सपीरियंसेस. जब शेयर करते हैं तो काफी चीजें एक दूसरे से सीखने को मिलती हैं. जी बताइए.
Good evening, ma'am. So I just started using LinkedIn a week ago, and through the session, I got to know what else can be done and what else I could do, and how I can utilize LinkedIn's potential to its fullest. So that was very informative. So thank you so much for unlocking the benefits of LinkedIn to us.
My pleasure, Sarthak. Thank you so much. Yeah, anyone else?
Ma'am, to be honest, we have never seen such strength. I mean, in NIT, in any session, it was really remarkable for us for conducting as well.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
It's all because of you. It was a just incredible session, ma'am.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. ठीक है, नहीं बोलना तो ना से बच्चों, ऐसे भी होता है क्या? Yeah, tell me.
Best of luck, ma'am, for your 6 million vision. हम भी आपको पूरा साथ देंगे.
आप बिल्कुल, आप लोग ग्लोबल वॉलंटियर बनो, बहुत ही अच्छा है. और बहुत सीनियर लोग हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं. आपको भी काफी सारी नेटवर्किंग की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी. अभी के अभी लीवरेज लिंक्डइन @divyashlokamcom पे मैसेज कर दीजिए. whoever is interested to become a global volunteer. ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है, दिन में आधे पौने घंटे का बस होता है और एक वीकली मीटिंग्स होती है. यू विल ह्यूजली बेनिफिट बिकॉज हमारा अंदर का ही नेटवर्क इतना स्ट्रांग है. आप रोज भी एक जने से बात करेंगे तो आपको काफी कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. और हम अपने वॉलंटियर्स के लिए तो खूब सारा ही काम कर रहे हैं. स्पेशल ट्रेनिंग्स करते हैं उनके लिए, उनके प्रोफाइल के ऊपर काफी अच्छा खासा ध्यान देते हैं, सब कुछ करते हैं. सो थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन. Yakshaj, Devanshi and Yatharth, anything else you want to ask? So if the session is open for Q&A, otherwise then we'll end the session. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, now I would like to call upon Yatharth Trivedi, the Public Relation Manager of Mavericks. So he will give the vote of thanks. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so Nitish is saying, ma'am, I'm having a doubt that is it useful for class 9 student? Do you know in USA, more than 10% of school students are actually using LinkedIn now. So our time is not far when Indian students will also start finding very useful the power of LinkedIn. I mean, मेरे को तो बहुत जबरदस्त एम्बिशन है. मुझे तो कोई स्कूल्स चाहिए आप लोगों के, अपने ब्रदर सिस्टर्स के स्कूल में पहुंचाइए इस मैसेज को. एंड आई क्रिएट मैजिक विद दो स्कूल किड्स ऑल्सो. They'll become very popular, like the way Rishabh has become very popular. You guys will become popular. It has to reach out to schools. The power of LinkedIn has to reach out to schools. Yeah, please proceed ahead. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, talking about this session, it was really helpful. It was really insightful. And I deem it a great privilege to be proposing the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. On behalf of the organizing team and most importantly the attendees, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to ma'am for lending us a valuable time. This summit will undoubtedly prove to be indispensable in the students' professional journeys. I also want to take this opportunity to thank you all the participants for your unmatched enthusiasm that reflects through the outstanding turnout. I am also grateful to the organizing team, the Mavericks, who had all their bases covered in this entire process to each and every person who was involved in organizing this webinar and making this event a great success. Once again, thank you all.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm looking forward to more sessions with you. So in case if you want to have LinkedIn profile makeover sessions or, LinkedIn content sessions, you're anytime welcome. We can conduct it next month with you. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am. With this, we come to the end of our event. Thank you for joining, all of you. Thank you, ma'am. This is Yakshraj signing off.